Oracle. Today is Osh Imish, red electric dragon. And the stones that represent Imish are the garnet, bloodstone, and rubies. Today we are blessed to welcome again Brother Uchimi. He will be reading the magical child poem of Imish for us today. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Namaste. I am Amish, primal mother, still dark womb of the patterned potential of becoming, sacred interstellar genesis I am. Nourishing fertile abyss, I birth you. Benevolent, my mighty cauldron of primal waters enveloping the living seed. Eternal is my embrace. As you are trusting and receptive, I sustain you with the sweet wine of my many gifts. I bathe your seed essence with the abundant life force, for I am the primal solvent of creation, the potent energy and vibration of the undivided waters. As stillness sources movement, so this tender seed is protected within my devoted watchfulness. I am the divine cradle of potential, realized through the primal trust. I hold you close, my beloved, for you are of my lifeblood and do arise from the depth of my tender power, which is the very substance of your heart. It is I who weaves the web of universal connectedness of all life. Within my silken tapestry is the story of the one womb that I am, each shimmering thread leading back to me, mother mystic spider. Spinning arms of my galaxies embracing you, my form becoming your form, weaving silken tapestry, all form leading to no form, within which my womb is the great mystery. Holy hallowed temple, from which springs the sweet song of creation, melody divine, I sing you, my cherished essence, gentle nourishment on your path of awakening.
Very nice. Thank you, Brother. The tone for today is Osh, the third tone, the tone of rhythm. Luminous triangle made visible. Feel the pulse of the sacred current calling you home. The qualities that describe the rhythm of Osh are movement, change, flow, current, creativity, integration, and sacred trinity. Osh is the ray of rhythm, the galactic heartbeat of natural flow. This universal river offers you movement, and all possibilities flow within its pulse. Open yourself to the current of change. The tone Osh suggests that there is something that you deeply desire to change or integrate into the natural flow of your life. Become the third point of light, created from the integration of polarity. Feel the pulse of the sacred trinity within you, revealing a new creation. Allow it to integrate that which has seemingly been lost, separated, or obscured from your sight. If you have a tendency to be scattered in your creativity, make an extra effort to focus your energy. Align with your intention to express the truth. No, it is, now it is time for the great mystery to reveal itself through you. Know yourself as the capstone of light. Allow your creativity to express your spiritual journey. The solar frequency for today is Imish. And the qualities that describe Imish are source of life, divine nurturance and support, primordial mother, undivided primal waters, primal trust and nourishment, and primal receptivity. Amish represents the root source of life, the nurturance and support of primary, primary being, and within it are found the primal waters of unity. That is where your deepest roots receive true nourishment. Amish is the energy of form contained within the formless of the primordial sea. It represents the receptive vibration in which sound, light, ecstasy, time, space, and form were born. It is the primal spiral of creation whose face can be seen as the primordial mother in sacred union with the spiral of the Creator. The gift of Amish is the power of birthing, the potential to become what you already are, and the offer of sustenance, support, and cradling energy after your emergence. Amish represents the strong, protective parent who nurtures the divine child through the power of devotion, the loving support that results from receptivity and primal trust. Primal trust means making choices with no guarantees, knowing that the divine nurturance will provide what is necessary for your journey. It means making choices moment by moment, implicitly trusting your innate steering mechanism of heart knowing. Primal trust implies surrendering to the will of the divine self, letting go of what your ego deems to be control of the outcomes in your life. It means deeply trusting the processes that are at work within your present spiral of evolution. The energy of Amish asks you to embrace the depths of your receptivity. Perhaps you have been taught that it is better to give than to receive. Giving is a powerful way to learn how to receive, but it is not the whole picture. There is a circuit of completion in giving and receiving that happens within you and in your external world at the same time. If you trust unconditionally in the giving, you are not attached to how the gift is received. When you freely give, you fill your cup with sweet waters, which can be then offered innocently and purely to others. Know on one other level that your gift is poured out universally, regardless of how it appears to be received. However, when the gift comes from ego, it is limited by expectations and conditions. Love just is. It is neither given nor taken. Rather, it is simply discovered and allowed. It is also a great gift to allow others to give fully to you, for in your receptivity, the circuit of love is completed. Love is all that there is. And by completing the circuit of giving and receiving on the physical plane, you form an infinite loop of continually expanding into the new octave of expression on other planes. When you feel someone offering you a deep connection, become fully present. Empty yourself and still yourself Feel, sense, observe. Be aware of how you may be thinking of other thoughts, shifting and shuffling papers, or listening to distractions like television or radio. Often, your mind internally processes or, I'm sorry, maybe I read that. Often, our mind internally processes or physical busyness can create an active rather than a receptive field. Become still. Then you are present. Breathe deeply and open your heart. Then listen from that place. The universe is based on the spiraling in-breath and out-breath of giving and receiving. When you truly receive, you open yourself up to accelerated evolution. When you enter into that circuit, you truly understand that there is only love. All life is the three-dimensional universal movie in a spiral path from the tiny DNA helix to the greatest galaxy. Amish represents not only the stirring of this spiral in the primordial waters of creation, but also the great mystery, the spiraling path of evolution out of these waters. Each new cycle is learn each new cycle of learning begins when you have completed the last loop of the previous cycle. Each little spiral is part of a larger spiral in which whole galaxies are swirling relentlessly through space, and a totally as a totality, the spiral of Amish represents the whole process of cosmic evolution. The meditation for Amish is primordial cauldron of mystery, spiraling vortex, quicken me, stir in me primal trust in your love. Trust is a natural part of being deeply connected to the source of all emanations. Amish represents the direct connection of this pattern on earth with all other realities. The universe is an inseparable whole. Amish represents the energy matrix lines that look like webs in the universe, through which all points are connected in time and space. This energetic web of communication is known as the crystal grid network. It is a cauldron of creation, a potent field in which all things not only are possible, but continuously are being created. Within this grid, the linear causality of time and space have been freed into an open system in which all times and all space exist and interact simultaneously. This grid connects the larger holograms of reality with our own. It in energy lines its energy lines connect all places, times, and events, even those that are seemingly unrelated. All phenomena and all actions are part of this larger whole. It is the very foundation for telepathy and synchronicity. Amish embodies unity in which all things are one with Source. The number for Amish is 1. Imish represents the individual primal waters, the primal sound of creation. One represent one represents the chalice of the infinite, ever existing, indivisible essence. The color for Imish is burgundy, the color of the blood of life. Your, sorry. Burgundy represents the love, trust, and nurturance from in the engendering soil of the earth. An ancient chant and meditation for this color is the blood of my ancients that runs through our veins. Times pass, but the circle of life remains. If you wish to explore or access this powerful energy further, visualize the color burgundy. The shadow and wisdom of Imish. In the shadow of Imish are found issues of trust. This can appear as a lack of basic trust in the source to nurture you and provide what you is needed for your journey. Perhaps you do not trust in life's transformational process to bring you the perfect lessons and gifts required for your growth. Primal trust implies the understanding that there are no mistakes and also no victims, only lessons, gifts, and growth processes on the way to wholeness. If you perceive that there are no mistakes as you move toward wholeness, then learning to trust the transformational process becomes much easier. Trust, however, does not mean acting blindly without awareness or waiting without action. It means moving forward with and learning from your journey of experiences, no matter what the appearance, whatever manifests in your world actually holds potential gifts on the path to wisdom. In the cycle of giving and receiving, trust is like the lubricant that eases the way for intertransformational processes. And when you understand that every particle of the universe is made up of love, then trusting can be perceived as a natural state of being. In the shadow of Imish are hidden feelings of unworthiness to receive, often manifested as embarrassment or discomfort when others offer you something. These feelings can stem from many places. Often they stem from early childhood when your gifts may have not been received, or when you heard that it is better to give than to receive. Or perhaps you developed a reality based upon praise from praise for being self-sufficient or not owing anyone anything. Regardless of the source, these feelings spring from only a partial truth. You are intrinsically worthy to receive simply because you are. Love just is, and you are part of the cycle of love. Both Imish and Ik also represent issues of separation from divine nurturance. Imish represents the goddess aspect of nourishment, while Ik represents the God aspect inspiration. In the shadow of Amish, you may feel a lack of connection or trust in the source of divine nurturance. You may not feel supported, or your life may seem to be full of effort and struggle rather than seeming like a grand adventure. You may feel like nothing is going your way. Know that you are intrinsically worthy to receive. No matter how things may appear, support and nourishment are always there. However, there is a gift in what is perceived as absence. Amish is asking you to trust more fully, to make a deeper connection to your primal source, to take a new perspective on the cycles of creation and dissolution. To the Maya, Amish represents the alligator dragon, the primordial creature whose ancient roots go to the very beginning of this world. Issues of survival bring forth the aspect which devours life, taking nourishment in the cycle of creation of life itself. In the shadow of Amish, you may also be identified with being the source of support and nurturance for others, a caretaker or cosmic mama. Giving without receiving is limiting. In Western society, you are unknowingly taught to be dependent or codependent, perhaps from an ability to or unwillingness to nurture and support yourself. You have abandoned yourself for another. Perhaps you expect others to know intuitively what your needs are and to meet them without direct communication. As an example, the shadow of Amish might say, if they really love me, they would understand how I feel. Or, if I have to ask for it, it's not worth it. In other words, you may be avoiding responsibility for being aware and communicating your own desires and feelings. In the shadow of the Amish, there is the belief that love is magical, that relationships should just happen, and that love is a need rather than a natural state of being. No matter on which side of the translation you find yourself, the giver or the needy one, both positions support neediness and codependency. These positions stem from issues of basic security, self-worth, and the need for outer validation. Remember that your intrinsic value, freed from identification with any fixed role, if you are in the shadow of the Amish, you are being encouraged to step into the primal waters of your being, to discover the core of your essence self, your intrinsic value. Find the wellspring of your feelings. Be willing to explore more fully and honestly, expressing your true desires, dreams, and truths. Amish's harmonic wisdom. The harmonic wisdom that Emish embodies is frequency, or the basic rate which something vibrates. Emish is the foundation of movement in which in much the same way that the base root tone of a chord is the foundation of sound. It represents the energies of the prime mover, the stringing of the source of being. This energy is representative of the creator and restorer of the vibratory pattern of perfection in all living things. Emish requests Emish represents the underlying hum or drone that calls every living thing back into primal harmony, much as a bar magnet draws iron filings into perfect alignment with its energy field. Emish is the great mystery in the form of vibration. With Emish, there is no trying. You need only align and attune yourself in manifestation with its basic frequency in order to restore the pattern of perfection in your life. The musical descriptor of this harmonic law is aderigo, meaning slowly, capo, meaning from the beginning, and largo, large, slowly, and with stately presence. Combine all three of these images in visualization, and you will feel the essence of Emish. Let us meditate on Osh Emish, red electric dragon, for a little while.